live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A rollover accident closes part of I-39 in Winnebago County. The fiery crash forces IDOT to reroute traffic.
Plus, the community says goodbye to a former Rockford teacher and youth mentor.
And working hard, meet the four-legged sheriff's deputies patrolling the Winnebago County Jail. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Parts of I-39 were shut down for hours today after a semi-crash.
It also caused backups and many vehicles had to be redirected. This happened just after 9 this morning on the northbound ramp of I-39 to US 20 East. Illinois State Police say the semi rolled over, then caught fire. You can see the flames shooting from the vehicle. The driver was able to get out and there were no injuries. The ramp had to be shut down and all northbound traffic rerouted to go west. Many vehicles went to Alpine and turned around.
2 men are recovering after being shot overnight in Rockford. Police responded to a shots fired call at 6th Street and 12th Avenue just before midnight. Then another call came in for shots fired and a crashed car about 2 miles south on 7th Street and 20th Avenue. Officers found an SUV with heavy damage. It had been shot more than once. 4 people were inside, including 2 kids, along with a 21-year-old and 18-year-old who'd been shot. Both of those men were taken to the hospital and are expected to be okay. If you have any information about this shooting, call police or leave a tip in the Tip 411 app. The Winnebago County Sheriff's Department says it does not suspect foul play in a Saturday death. Investigators originally thought that death on South Meridian Road, south of Montague, was suspicious. But now they say there's no threat to the public. Sheriff's police aren't done looking into the case.
On January 1st, the Safety Act will go into effect in Illinois. Even though there's been some changes to it, 62 states' attorneys plan to carry on with their lawsuit. The group of attorneys allege the law is unconstitutional. Based on the contents of the law and the method it was passed, with all the votes happening in one day. While many states' attorneys did like the changes made, they do not think the amendment solves the problems they're suing over. The first hearing for the lawsuit is December 20th. There is an information session on the Safety Act tonight. It's being put on by Rockford Urban Ministries at Brook Road United Methodist Church at 6.
Glenn Patterson built a name as an educator and mentor to kids across the city of Rockford. He recently died after a heart attack in his home.
Today, people gathered to say their goodbyes. Amory Wilder talked to family about his significance to the community. Amory?
Eric, Mimi, Glenn's son tells me they wore the same shoe size, but it's still big shoes to fill. He says there's no replacing his dad, but they'll keep his spirit and legacy alive.
As a kid, you know, a lot of things don't make sense to you, but he had a way of making you see it.
The community knows him as Glenn Patterson, but to Clint, he's just Dad. Clint Patterson remembers the Waterfront Festival being one of his favorite memories with his dad growing up.
You know, my dad, he had so many contacts and good relationships in the community. He could hardly walk 20 feet at the waterfront without, you know, stopping. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I had, you know, like you were my gym teacher. You were my administrator. You were a counselor for me.
Clint says his dad was good at engaging with the youth and guiding them in a positive way. He saw it firsthand.
He'd be, you know, running across town, going to different kids' basketball games, baseball games, football games. If you were a student of his, he came and showed love. He was always there for support. No matter where he went, he was always the loudest one in the crowd, you know, which sometimes, you know, it could be embarrassing till you learn to love it. You know, then when you don't hear it, then you're like, okay, where's Glenn at? You know, where's my dad at?
Patterson's passing created a void in many lives. To be able to see people care the same way Glenn cared about the community is heartwarming to Clint.
My dad's put out so much love in the world, and it's just nice to see that love come back around. It can never, you know, replace him, you know, but I think that's just proof of the impact that he had, you know, in the community.
Glenn was 67 years old. Clint is the youngest of 4 children Glenn leaves behind. Eric?
Amory, thanks for sharing that story. The Northern Illinois Food Bank gets a $5,000 boost to feed the hungry. U.S. Cellular donated $2,500 and another $2,500 worth of non-perishable food. Trucks rolled in to make the handoff this morning. The food bank's local manager says this couldn't have come at a better time. Holidays can be tough for many people.
Those that may be struggling, if we can help them have that sense of fulfillment in their lives, then I'm happy that we can do that. I can't say thank you enough. From an organization, we can't say thank you enough, because what you're doing for us does make an impact in the community.
The Northern Illinois Food Bank, based in Geneva, Illinois, works with more than 900 food pantries, mobile food truck markets, and soup kitchens in more than a dozen counties.
Tonight, there's help for local students to find overlooked scholarships. The Community Foundation of Northern Illinois will bring in dozens of local scholarship providers to navigate the how-to on applying. Organizers say there's a good chance that everyone will be eligible for at least one of the available awards. It starts at 5:30 at the Embassy Suites in downtown Rockford. It goes until 8:30, and it's completely free.
Jails across the country are in a constant battle to keep illegal items out of inmates' hands.
In Winnebago County, the Sheriff's Department has some four-legged friends helping out. Our Nicole Delgado joins us with more on their job.
That's right, Eric and Mimi. The Winnebago County Sheriff's Department has 2 dogs, both specifically trained to sniff out electronics.
They have the ability to differentiate one smell to another, and even so much as the inmate tablets smell differently than a cell phone would.
The Winnebago County Sheriff's Department has 2 canine officers working the jail. They're sniffing out any electronics coming in or out.
Bringing the canine unit into the jail is beneficial, like I said, both to the inside and the outside. They're very intelligent animals. We can train them to find specific items.
So detection dogs can be trained for any number of different odors to locate, like the electronic detection dog that's in the jail, narcotics, explosives, firearms.
Sergeant Steve McCorkle tells me inmates aren't allowed phones, so they can't call to harass victims or witnesses. Sir. Nick Cunningham is a former sergeant at the Sheriff's Department. He now owns Star Canine Trailing and Detection. He explains that the canines don't go off their sight, but sense of smell.
All they have to do is smell it. So if it's hidden in a very difficult place to locate, the dog will be able to find it irregardless of what methods were used to hide it.
Nick also believes canines in the jails speed up the intake process because the dogs can detect things that humans may miss.
The size of the jail and the number of cells that they have, the number of inmates that are in there, it's a monumental task to try to hand search all that to find any contraband. That dog's going to be able to clear that cell in about 15-20 seconds. There's no way you can hand search one that fast.
Both men hope the canine unit will continue growing to help keep the community safe.
There was never a large influx of contraband coming into the facility. We did it a little more proactively. We just want to make sure that before it becomes a problem, we're already addressing it.
Winnebago County Sheriff's Department tells me they are always thinking ahead to keep the community safe, and this is just one part. Eric, Mimi.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Temperatures still in the upper 30s and low 40s. Not a lot of wind out there this evening, and our winds for the most part are going to stay light. We're currently at 41 in Rockford, Belvedere, 40 right now in Rochelle, 41 in Dixon. A little cooler there off to the west. Temperature now dropping to 35 in Freeport, 37 in Monroe. We've had some clearing take place a little further to our west. Cloud cover has been in abundance here over the last several hours, actually throughout much of the afternoon. You may have noticed it thickening up just a little over the last several hours. That's because we've had a few light rain showers and even some snow showers try to work in from the west. However, we have plenty of dry air in place, so not really seeing a lot of that reach the ground. There has been some lighter snow up to the north, and notice most of these radar returns here showing up really kind of fading away, which means we are going to stay dry for the night. With some of the clearing taking place, though, I think we may end up with some fog going into tomorrow, and some freezing fog could be a concern. We take a live look with our Supply Corps camera here over downtown Rockford. This brought to us by Window World. Things pretty quiet out there. Kind of a damp feeling as temperatures tonight will drop down to 31. Winds will stay light from the north and northeast, and as I mentioned, that fog and freezing fog possible, so could be a couple of slick spots going into tomorrow morning. 44 for the afternoon. This after we wake up to some fog. Not really going to see much sunshine during the afternoon, only because those clouds are expected to kind of stick around as we go throughout the day. And that's the trend for the next several days, even going into the weekend too, kind of those cloudy skies. So we're entering into that part of December, January, where unfortunately we don't really get much sunshine and we kind of get these stretches of those cloudy days. Notice what happens as we get through about 9-10 o'clock this evening. You've got some breaks in the cloud cover, and that's where temperatures this evening will drop back into the low 30s. But watch what happens early tomorrow. We clear out, and then those low clouds, that fog kind of fills back in through the morning tomorrow, and that's why I do think the fog and low clouds at least through the morning hours tomorrow. Little improvement in the visibility for the afternoon, but generally speaking mostly cloudy. We keep the cloud cover around again going into Thursday morning. Low 30s for Thursday afternoon. Initial push of some warmer air coming in from the south and southwest could lead to a light mix, very thin line of that occurring around noon, close to the state line Thursday afternoon. Better chance then for some rain showers moving in from south to north late afternoon and then through the evening. So a little bit of a soggy commute for that late evening commute time. Friday morning, still watching that potential for at least some rain showers, may mix in with some snow showers as well. But the track of that low pressure system working a little further to the north, so that would keep a little more warm air around, or at least a favorable environment for that. I still think we may see some wet snow mix in overnight Thursday into Friday, but right now the better chance for really all snow looks to occur a little further to the north in Wisconsin. So not looking at much for an accumulation, but there is still likely to be some impact, or at least a little slowing down for that Friday morning commute. That works out then by Friday afternoon. We stay somewhat quiet for the weekend. We keep the cloud cover around, but our next storm system quick on the heels early next week. This draws a lot of moisture and actually some warmth as things look to stay a little on the warmer side. Severe weather likely down to the south during the Monday, Tuesday time frame. We could even get on some thunderstorms late Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and it's possible that those temperatures, I stopped us right at 49 on Tuesday just to account for maybe a little more of a southern shift and some cooler air coming in. But if that warmer trend, guys, continues, we could see temperatures in the 50s by next week.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
One of the hottest teams in the American Hockey League right now is our own Rockford Ice Hogs. The boys won 5 of their last 6 games. The last 2 came on the road on their first East Coast trip to Springfield and to Hartford. The hot streak has built the record up to 11-7-1, a winning percentage of just over 60%. They've not only won, they're now only 5 points behind the Central Division leading Milwaukee Admirals. And the Hogs say the recent surge is due to improvement in all facets of their game.
I don't know if there's one area in particular, but I think our transition game overall, like both offense to defense, defense to offense, has really improved over the course of the last 6 weeks here. So really happy with that part.
Where have you seen growth in this team?
I think all over. I think up front, I think we have a lot of weapons. We're a deep team. We kind of have 4 lines that come at you all game, and then I think really solid decor, probably the best decor I've had since I've played in this league, and then obviously our goaltenders have been very good.
I think we're just playing to our strengths, playing fast, moving the puck pretty well, getting some timely goaltending, which is nice.
The Hogs have been winning without team captain Garrett Mitchell there. He's been out with an upper body injury. He was skating well at practice this morning in the yellow jersey. Coach Sorensen says Mitchell could be ready to go in another week. Here's what's ahead for the Ice Hogs. They'll host Milwaukee tomorrow night. Friday night and Saturday night they'll host Iowa. The next Tuesday they'll play a 3rd straight game against Iowa in Iowa. Well, all athletes go through slumps, even the great ones. Fred VanVleet's going through maybe the worst shooting slump of his NBA career right now. Last night against the Celtics, he made only 3 of 14 shots from the field. Since November 11th, almost a full month, he's been shooting only 29% from the field. He hasn't scored more than 13 points in a game in 2 weeks. Because of that, the Toronto Raptors are struggling to stack wins together.
You know, it's just one of those things and not going right now, and you know, I just need a spark to turn it around, and not really concerned about it. Obviously, I would like to be. Nobody wants them to go in more than me, trust me. But you just gotta go out there and make them. It's a fine line between making them and missing them, and you know, over the last week I've been missing them, and you know, I'll get back to it soon.
Fred's next chance to regain his shooting touch will be tomorrow night when the Raptors host the Lakers. Freeport native Zeke Vandenberg is cleaning up on all the postseason football awards in the Missouri Valley Conference. The Illinois senior linebacker was named the Missouri Valley Football Conference Defensive Player of the Year recently, and now he's been named the conference's Scholar Athlete of the Year. Vandenberg has a 4.0 grade point average. He is pursuing a master's degree in sports management. On the field, he led the nation at the FCS level in sacks with 14. He also had 100 tackles for the Redbirds.
Your 7-day forecast certainly has a theme of going with a bunch of 40s all the way across the board.
It really does, yeah. I mean, not a big warm up, not a big cool down, although next week we could actually see warmer temperatures, highs potentially in the 50s once we get into this time next week.
Be a nice change for mid-December.
It would, right, but could lead to some showers and thunderstorms. Unfortunately, on the backside of that, though, it does look like there could be a big cool down, too. So big warm up, big cool down as well. Next couple of days going to be pretty much on par. Temperatures in the low mid 40s, cloud cover. First Warn interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. May see a sprinkle or a little drizzle to the south. I think fog may become a little more of a concern early tomorrow and some freezing fog. 44 for the afternoon underneath a mostly cloudy sky. Rain showers move in Thursday afternoon. May mix in with a little wet snow late Thursday into Friday. We'll see some lighter rain showers Saturday as well.
Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.